Hello, CEO 2025 just ended, and some people are going as far as to say this was the best tournament to date for Street Fighter 6. This was the first tournament playing on the new Season 3 patch, and already the matches are getting hype and competitive.
That's it! That's it! Crimate takes down Tycho! Crimate runs away out of be a referee on top of not Pedro for Brazil! Takes it over Knuckle Dude!
Even though Lashar was the one to take first place and win another Premier back-to-back, one player really stood out to me, NL. Having one of the most insane runs I've seen in this game's lifespan while doing it with a nerfed version of Akuma. A character that got hit really hard this patch and went down from top 1 to top 5. His biggest feat throughout the tournament, however, was beating Punk 6-0 in both winners semis and losers finals. Today, I thought we should break down what NL did in his play in order to defeat one of the most consistent players in this meta twice. Let's go. Yeah, so round start. Let's see where NL kind of plays this. So, the first thing I always noticed when I watched this match is that NL's always playing just outside, like, Footsie's range. Just, like, right where, like, his furthest button would reach, which is, oh, wow, okay. Caught that with the crouch medium punch. Forward throw. But yes, NL would always play just outside Footsie's range. Just right where his forward fierce would reach. He always does this in this matchup, but he never plays further than that. Okay, burnout. Let's see how NL survives burnout. Oh wow, whiff punish with the stand fierce. That crouch medium punch nerf, that universal nerf to the whole cast, definitely trying to take effect here. Oh, NL throws, yep, to avoid the stun. Okay, the plus frames. Put him burnout. Oh, yeah. Jab confirmed to seal the first round. Yeah, lots of stand fierce too, I noticed too. Like, and that's why he plays at that range. It's just so he can always get his stand fierce and his forward fierce to just connect and just not let that whiff, right? Can see the quarter carry. Oh wow, meaty with the stand fierce.
Nice, look at the damage. Guess for game. Don't wake up. Nice. Punk doesn't bite.
Interesting. Punk doesn't challenge the minus buttons.
Punk looking for the parry, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, NL's always playing at that range. He never goes further than that usually. No anti-air there. Interesting. Burnout again. Oh, yeah, he's done. Okay, next round. Yeah, stay at that range. Stay at that range. Oh, yeah, same thing. The universal crouch B punch nerf taking effect again, clearly.
It's gonna work every single time. No counter hit, says Punk. I'm gonna block
this time. Yeah, always in that range, just to get his stand fierce to connect. No anti-air again. It's very... It's not the biggest surprise, because Cammy's a very hard character to anti-air in general, just because. But that's also the reason why NL plays at the same range, right? Is because at that range, actually, that's the range where you can be able to anti-air all angles of her dive kick. So, whereas if you played further away, you risk whiffing the DP if Cammy cuts her jump arc short. And there's NL sealing the next round with the level 2.
Yuto did it, right? That was a literally heartbreaker there. Every Akuma's nightmare right now. So it's good that he put it out there in the air for everybody to pay attention. And that was doing such a
more fireballs. Okay.
Good anti-air from Punk right
Let's see how also NL will also throw fireballs at that range. He doesn't really throw it when he's super far, just because he's susceptible to a lot of Cammy's ways to get through the fireball, like her spin knuckle. Okay, no anti-air again. That's the third time NL have not anti-aired in this set. Ooh, backdash to avoid the throw. Yep, medium Tatsu for the quarter carry. Okay, yep, the safe jump setup. That one I want to talk about in a bit, but... Ooh, ouch. He's definitely dead right there, yeah. CA, that definitely kills. Game 3. Okay, fireball, yep. Ooh, whip punch again. I've noticed that. That nerf really hurts Punk a lot, because that's the thing. He always whip punished with the crouch medium punch, and to have that, like, just be easier to whip punish now is definitely starting to hurt him a lot, especially in this matchup, where any whiff punish Akuma gets just leads to big damage.
But hey, it is what it is. We seen it, you seen it, everybody around the world seen it. Let's go, Punk. How you feeling?
No anti-air again.
You to raise this difficulty setting.
We might need to jump. That's what it comes down to. How did Punk win Evo?
See, NL survives in the corner again.
No, I like that. He's spacing them out. The space traps.
That definitely could have been DP'd right there.
All right, another throw. The crouch fist.
Yep, escape the quarter, yep.
He can afford it, right? He's up 2 in a match point. He can take a bit more risk now, right?
Oh, ouch.
That's a great starter.
That one was very hard. That was basically almost impossible to DP right there, just because he was in his recovery frames of the forward medium kick.
I'm telling you, the jumps.
Throw him off.
Yeah, throw him off.
Now, mind you, he's doing it super close though. There has been
Wow, drive rush overhead.
Yeah.
Yep, heavy Tatsu for the quarter carry. Again, wow, very ballsy from NL.
Really try to run it back.
Back thrown to the corner from Punk.
Yeah, true.
You know. All right.
Nice. It's over. There it is. Another forward throw. Another one. We're gonna keep the pressure. Good, but a little bit too
Ooh,
hard
ouch.
there. I think maybe crouching medium kick might have
Stand
been a better
fierce
option.
again, yeah. All because he's playing at that exact range where he wants it. He wants to be.
Oh, he doesn't want to spend it. It's not because I might not have killed because of the scaling, but
He's playing further. No fireball here. Definitely makes sense. Oh, yeah, no, he's done. He's definitely dead right there. Very, very convincing set. NL really took it just from staying at his best button range to just properly pressure Cammy, and also so that you could whiff punish Cammy's crouch B punch with his own. Really just abusing the universal nerf that happened to most characters. All right, yep. Ready to watch the second set, the losers finals. This is the one where Punk actually makes the switch to Ryu at this point. But let's just see and analyze this game one. Let's see if Punk changes anything. NL still looks like he's very committed, just staying at that range. Yeah, trying to abuse his stand fierce and his forward fierce. Again, see, that's why. This just has so much reach, leads to good damage. He does the safe jump again. I wanted to talk about this safe jump setup. This safe jump setup is great because in this specific context where he's trying to push himself out the quarter, because no matter what get up option Punk went for, it would have been in NL's favor. If Punk back-teched, he would have NL would have been further away from the corner, whereas if Punk just regular get up, like just did a regular rise, NL would have actually crossed him up, hence actually making it even more favorable for NL. So this safe jump setup, while not a true safe jump setup because it's only plus 41, it was just really smart of him for just overall stage positioning.
Screen most of the time, right? Yeah. 9 out of 10.
Look at the spacing.
Yeah, yep. Low forward fireball. Staying at that range. Crush B punch to try to check. Stand light kick as well. Like, yeah, that range just like has all of Akuma's buttons reaching. Akuma actually has a lot of long reaching normals, so that really favors him in like the footsie game.
This is where I lost in the first place. And also, he wants a dive kick to try to go in the fireball and react with it. So, NL realized that. That's why he's not throwing fireballs in this range.
Perfect parry anti-air.
Is that enough? Level 2?
This one kills for sure. Yeah. Despite the scaling. Albeit, and I'll have to spend all of his resources for that one.
That really hurt.
Yeah, man. Unfortunate there for Punk's light bar.
Drive rush jab? That's the first time NL's actually represented that option in both sets.
See the pokes. Punk try to get the whip punish, doesn't get it, and you see that? Nice. Imperfect.
Ooh, ouch. Got caught by the low forward.
And they'll definitely try to
Yep, escaping to avoid the grab.
Yeah, and Punk definitely won that exchange for a second. There we go. Press him in the corner. Stand
Same thing, yep. Forward fierce, stand fierce. Catches Punk at that range.
Doesn't check the drive rush from NL.
See how he escapes again. Challenges with the jab. Back throw to reset his positioning.
It's just a number.
Yeah, he's really just abusing those heavy normals and the crouch medium punch. He just really wants to make it clear that Punk just can't press at that range. Albeit in this case, this one worked out in Punk's favor.
He probably was a little disappointed because he was like, man, at least I could have started with 1 bar in the 3rd round. But now look at this, NL close to 3, and Akuma's
stand light kick, yep.
Okay, there's the tech. Okay, rare tech. That's that 1 out of 10.
They're trying to choose which group they're gonna make this year, right?
Yeah,
We're
right.
only gonna find out with a W and later down the road, of course. But look at NL not taking
First anti-air NL's actually done against Punk. Back throw again. Backing off a little bit. It's strange. Okay.
Trying to kind of keep things a little bit different right here.
He really wants to maintain it. Oh, second anti-air. Wow. NL's actually started adapting to Punk's jumps compared to the first set.
To play a bit more grounded to force NL to not be in a position.
Oh, this is trouble.
Not enough though.
This one probably doesn't kill. No, too much scaling, yeah. But this is still a very good position because NL saved his drive gauge just in case he spent all of it and it still didn't kill. Yep, switching to the Ryu. It's very funny because apparently Punk actually has like a secondary Terry, or he plays Terry a lot, right? So you'd think he would play that character more over Ryu, but it's just interesting how Punk has more faith in just a pocket character over an actual character he practices more often. Especially since Terry kind of has the similar strengths to Ryu in this matchup, where Terry just does a lot of damage. I mean, like, just one combo into level 2 from Terry would just delete Akuma instantly. It would just delete the 9k health. So, regardless.
I mean, let's see. The one thing that I would say that Punk's really good at is that when he's playing not his main character, he plays extra sweaty. Because he wants to prove a point.
Forward throw. NL already puts him in the corner. Now he's stuck in the throw
First
situation.
thing he did was air fireball. We haven't seen air fireball against Cammy at all.
Yeah, just checking, giving them different looks. Yep, it's a Shotokan match now, so a lot of more options are going to be present here.
Yeah, look at this. Right now, NL's in control. He knows his matchup. He probably played Ryu himself to decide.
It's interesting how NL still plays the same playstyle of just trying to stay at his exact range.
That's the one thing.
It might just be a Punk thing, really.
That's the thing.
Ain't nobody scared. Now, mind you, usually when Punk is hawking you down, it's because he's trying to get those counter hits himself, right? With the jabs and low forwards, but met halfway when NL's counter pokes.
Go for a drive rush. Tries to check the. Okay, counter hit. Throw scenario again.
Oh my God!
Right here.
Another one.
Ooh, ouch. This one's death for sure. That was a very quick round, even with a perfect too. It's very clear that Punk doesn't have enough experience with his Ryu to make it somewhat viable against someone like NL. Especially since NL plays a lot of Shotos himself, so he has the experience for sure.
Smoked you, boy. Back to that character.
Heavy punch and heavy adamant flame, right? That's the one thing where you can actually take your turn back.
Okay, I guess check right here.
There's a little bit of like a break after the throw. I mean, we'll see, but I'll check.
DP anti-air?
For the DP, nice anti.
Yeah, NL's very, very committed to the game plan. Okay, but Punk's trying to be more aggressive, but so far, NL's just really much retaliating right here. Yeah. Again, he's retaliating a lot with the wake up DP especially.
For Punk to like think about, he's gonna keep doing it right for future cases. And nice, this is the burnout. He doesn't have.
Oh, not a good scenario for NL here. Yeah.
I concur with that one.
Yeah, Punk's definitely starting to adapt a little bit to NL's playstyle, just trying to overwhelm him a little more by trying to push into the corner very, very fast. Let's see how NL adapts right here.
Let's go. Kick back and relax, Punk. Okay.
Same thing. Commit to the game plan. A little more stand-like kick now compared to crouch medium punch, and more low forward especially. Probably try to catch Punk moving around actually. For medium kick to check him moving forward. Yeah, lots of more low forward now, just to make sure Punk doesn't just walk up forward to him. Wow, yeah. Regardless though, NL's just trying to show off with more reversal options to try to stop Punk's more adapted offense. Back throw.
Looking for those. That's why he's posted in the corner.
It's the future data. It's the vision. You guys need to see the vision on that one.
God. Oh,
low forward again. Safe jump setup. Yeah, nope. But whiff punches the crouch medium punch. Yeah.
Match point.
Muy bueno.
Okay, what I'm very scared about is, let's say now, he's in match point, he's in a position to win this 3-0, but the thing is, Punk's going to knock him down.
Try versus jab.
Keep waking up with it.
I love that Punk ain't scared though. He's gonna still go for the blueprint when it comes to the offense.
Okay.
More fierce.
I'm glad.
Let's see.
I'm just scared for like it maybe towards the end.
Yeah, that might be a thing though.
Yeah, Punk's definitely gonna be more slow about his approach, just because he's getting clipped by, again, just like that. He's getting clipped by the low forwards especially.
Takes the throw. Punk has to because he can't wake up a fit.
Oh my God, he tried to.
NL's really pushing forward now with the drive rushes.
Good block on the overhead. Wasn't a counter hit. Back throws. NL.
What does NL do here again? Again, very committed to using his heavies for this situation. Has lots of range, and that really just seals it right there.
And that has been the tail of this whole set.
So that is the set, both 3-0 in both the winners semis and the losers finals. Let's recap what we learned from that set. It was a combination of staying at his best button range, poking with his heavy normals to fish for a conversion, and sneaking in a new unorthodox safe jump setup that allowed NL to take 2 sets over Punk that weekend. Please like and subscribe for more tutorials and analysis videos on top level play, and I'll catch you all in the next video. This is Tran, thanks for watching.